Time and time again on this Columbia River course. Turn 2 is where the heavy-duty drama goes down in one way, shape, or form. So I texted AJ earlier going, I'm so looking forward to your call, because this is, you know, the first time he's had a chance to see the 4 wide coming into that turn. And sure as shoot, there it is, brother. That's why turn number 2 is turn number 2 on this here Columbia River course.
And here they come.
Thanks for the confidence, Kurt, and I hope I didn't let you down on my first calls.
Bro, we are broadcast brothers in arms. Let's have some fun round 2.
Dustin Eccles, the 40 flavor pack out first.
AJ,
Yeah.
got a question for you.
Okay.
Are you ready for the final heat come tomorrow afternoon? Because you're going to have 6 of them coming side by
Yes,
side.
I am overly ready for that.
Buckle
to
up,
answer your
buddy.
question.
Jamie Nielsen in the 11, Trust Company Legend Yacht Transport. Heading up the backstretch, the Griggs backstretch in lane number 1, up to White's Finished Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 3. And he's got a pretty darn near full throttle on it.
Here comes our 2 red boats. Griggs presents Miss Ace Hardware away from the dock with Jimmy King. Here comes his son. Coming with him, Bobby King, coming away from the dock now. He spools up the Lycoming turbine engine on the U12. The Graham Trucking got a whole lot of red headed your way. Got a whole lot of chartreuse and yellow up at the top end, Michael.
And across the Mosteller start-finish line on the front stretch is Nielsen in the 11.
Interesting
Just
for
at the exit pin of turn number 4 of the flavor pack.
For the photo opportunity and for, you know, documenting it. Hydroplane racing history. The Kings, Pocket Kings coming out together. And I thought it was interesting that all of the boats were out on the course starting to shore up in one way, shape, or form at the 5-minute mark. Both the Kings didn't come out till there was under 4, more like about 3:30 on the clock. Gamesmanship or just, you know, a different tack, I guess.
It's just a different tack, you know. You don't want to use the same start procedure every single time. Mix
Right.
it up. The other piece to that puzzle is if you have got a really slick move, don't play it in Heat 1B. Save that for tomorrow afternoon about 4:30.
Great point.
So down to the lower end of the race course, Dustin Eccles with the flavor pack. He goes through in about lane number 3 right in front of AJ.
No takers on the ESCO electric infield. Heat 1B thanks to Par Lumber on News Radio 610 KONA and 610KONA.com.
2:30 mark.
It's the piston-powered Griggs boat. Jimmy King across the Mosteller start-finish line.
I'm kind of pulling for the piston power. I got to be honest with you. I know I'm supposed to stay neutral, but I just want him to be competitive, stay in it, and have a good showing. I mean, the fans just absolutely love the piston power, the popularity, the populist.
So who's got the best position right now?
Oh, we've got a taker across the ESCO electric infield.
You know, everybody.
It's the Florida. It's the flavor pack. Dustin Eccles.
Yeah, and here goes Jamie Nielsen. And
Well,
this is
yeah.
a legal maneuver where he's doing it. He has to cut on the Grand Prix race course. That is a legal maneuver. Who is in the best position right now? You can't tell because there's so many different variables and so many different things you can do. And a lot's going to change in the next 1:35 is coming up right now. You don't want, I always say you don't want to be down at this end of the race course at 1:30. And
Nielsen jumps across the ESCO electric infield to the front stretch.
Oh, I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, we got less than 1:30.
Oh, the Griggs boat continues around the top end of the course.
Oh, there's no way they're going to make it back in time.
Minute 20. Yeah, he can.
He's taking it really wide. He can speed up. He can get there.
Keep an eye on Dustin Eccles with 1:12 right in front of you, AJ. He
There
can
he
sit
is.
lane 1 and take it if he wants it.
Yeah.
Flavor pack is in lane 1 right now.
Keep an eye on the piston mode. He may cut the race course down here. He's got to go around the GP course to do it.
Here comes Nielsen. He's flying, trying to catch up.
And I'm not sure.
Why is Jimmy going all the way down?
Yeah, he is, but he does this before. He'll keep the speed up, and he keeps the RPM. He'll be there. Don't you worry.
All right.
45 seconds. Take him, Michael, up the back chute.
He's got his timing mark. He knows where he's at on the Columbia River in the Griggs boat with 39 seconds to the start of Heat 1B from Par Lumber. On the inside, you've got the flavor pack with Dustin Eccles. Nielsen in lane number 2.
30 seconds.
Bobby King in the Graham Trucking 12 is way on the outside, and he'll have to be behind the trailer boat as a rookie. Now you've got Jimmy King, who will pull up in lane number 3 in the Griggs Ace Hardware U3. They are up to the top end of the course and to Buffalo Brothers exit pit for turn number 4.
10,
Eccles, lane number 1. Nielsen in lane number 2. A hard charging, but way behind is the 3 with Jimmy King. He's way off the start.
Great start.
Ooh, that was really close for Jamie Nielsen. He's got the boat speed and the lead in Par Lumber Heat 1B. Heading down to turn number 1 for All Doors Incorporated. It is a legal start.
AJ coming right to you. Jamie Nielsen on the outside.
Jamie Nielsen in the U11 bouncing a little bit. Ooh, he just kind of popped over. Looks like that Eccles managed to catch up a little bit on corner number 2.
Tire Factory turn number 2. Eccles made a move in the flavor pack.
U3 is going back to the pit area.
It didn't sound right from the get-go, and I think that's maybe why Jimmy King moved way outside in the milling period. So the race leaders are at the top end of the course in a White's Finish Furniture and Hardwoods turn number 3. On the inside, Eccles in the 40 flavor pack trying to catch up with Nielsen in lane number 2. A really nice turn by Nielsen, and look at the Legend Yacht Transport 11 come down the front stretch for the completion of lap number 1. He's flying it out of the water. Trying to catch up on the inside. Can Dustin Eccles make a move in lap number 2? He gets to All Doors Incorporated, turn number 1.
Legend Yacht Transport presented by the Trust Company. Jamie Nielsen trying to get down here first, but Flavor Pack has got the late position on the inside. He's back about 7 boat lengths, AJ.
The U11 coming around the corner in first place. Nielsen looking great. Eccles still about 3/4 of a rooster tail behind, but trying to get up there, trying to catch up.
Yeah, that flavor pack seemed to lose more speed than Eccles did on the outside.
So
that inside lane can get awfully lumpy.
And when he nailed that start, all he did was continue to push, but he cannot shake the competition fully just yet.
Watch Eccles. He's been gaining on the Griggs backstretch as they go into the White's Furniture. Turn number 3 to Buffalo Brothers. Turn number 4. It's still Nielsen out in front, and that water is a little bit bumpy. Oh, major adjustment just to get around the exit pin of the Buffalo Brothers. Turn number 4 for the flavor pack boat. Nielsen with over a rooster tail lead now at the completion of lap number 2. Heading down the front stretch to All Doors Incorporated. Turn number 1.
Yeah, Dustin Eccles just moved to the outside. Jamie Nielsen was just pinning Dustin Eccles on that inside lane. He couldn't do anything, and now he's got almost 2 rooster tails. Nielsen right to AJ.
Nielsen in first by almost 2 rooster takes, looking amazing. He's going to definitely, as long as nothing happens, looks like he's sailing. Then we got, of course, Eccles screaming by in second, and then third place, Bobby King coming in as the trail boat.
Yeah, that's going to be big points, Dave, for the third place.
Absolutely, with the points.
So back up to the top end of the course, off of the Griggs backstretch into the White's Finish Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 3. Jamie Nielsen on the 2.5-mile super speedway. Into Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4. Holding the buoy line pretty close as he gets to the exit pin onto the front stretch. The checkered flag is out. And your winner for Heat 1B, Par Lumber, Jamie Nielsen. Legend Yacht Transport presents the Trust Company. Second place for the flavor pack with Dustin Eccles in the 40. Bobby King staying way outside in the Graham Trucking number 12, just at the exit pin now, and onto the front stretch will take third place points. Unfortunately, for the fan favorite piston-powered U3, Griggs Ace Hardware, Jimmy King did not finish.
Hey, let's hear it for the Rook. Putting some points on a board.
How about that?
I tell you, not only does he become a driver legit, he puts points on the board in the first heat he ever races. Congratulations to the Kings. I'm sorry for Jimmy, happy for Bobby.
Yeah, we'll see if we can get Craig maybe to come down and grab Jimmy King, find out what the story is maybe there and why he was unable to complete the heat.
In the milling period, it seemed like that last lap that Jimmy King took when he moved to the outside and came by start finish, something didn't sound quite right with the boat, engine-wise.
Could be fun. We're going to go 3 times around this 2.5-mile race course coming up on 4 minutes and 5 seconds right now.
Fighting for lanes in the milling period to see who has the inside advantage.
I'm curious to see who's been hiding their speed over the last day, you know, and just kind of knowing they have it dialed in, but not letting anybody know.
Cutting across the Esco Electric infield will be Runny in the home street, and Goodman Real Estate boat with Andrew Tate.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch these guys run on the water together, because if you saw the preseason interview with Andrew Tate, they asked him about teammate Dylan Runny, and he's had nothing but good things to say about him and said they had raced together since they were kids, blah, blah, blah. But he really did not like the term teammate, and he made that pretty plain. He says, no, he wears powder blue and I wear black and gold. And he made it pretty clear, once they go on the race course, all bets are off. He's going to go out and try and win, and Dylan Runny is just another competitor. Beacon Plumbing, the third boat through the corner down here. Check that Beacon Electric. Then it's the Beacon Plumbing with Corey Peabody. So the boats are spread out a little bit. Andrew Tate going up the backstretch with 250, sitting on the inside lane right now, but a lot can change.
It's kind of interesting the way Team Madison both went through the ESCO Electric infield together.
Does the 80-mile-an-hour rule hold for this 2023 Columbia Cup?
Yeah, there's a little change to it, Brad.
Yeah, there is, and it's kind of like what the rule has changed to be. It's that, you know, it's like fishing, and you throw a great big net out over the water. You're going to catch all kinds of things beyond just the fish you were trying to get. And that's not really what the 80-mile rule was intended to do. They're trying to catch a specific violation, and that's the one that yields a starting advantage to a team. So this gives the chief referee, Rick Sandstrom, the leeway to do that.
Gotcha.
Boats coming out of the turn number 4 for Buffalo Brothers onto the front stretch. It'll be Tate in the Goodman Real Estate onto the front stretch first.
2 minutes.
Home
2 minutes.
Street, Dylan Runny second. Then the bright red Beacon Electric. And boy, really close to the Beacon Plumbing. J. Michael Kelly right next to his teammate there, Corey Peabody. Across the Mosteller start-finish line down to all doors, turn number 1. Anybody jumping across the ESCO infield?
I don't think they can, Mike. We're still a minute 35.
How you doing there, teammate? Get away from me. Don't you know I don't like this? Get away from me now.
Well, those two are deck to deck.
I know.
Peabody and Kelly.
I didn't think they were
electric
like,
on the outside, plumbing on the inside.
they were supposed to be all pally, I thought.
It's kind of interesting, actually.
Andrew Tate's up and moving down here a little quicker than I thought. He got down here at 126, and you don't want to be down here at 130, so he was a little before that, and he gave it a little squirt. Right in front of AJ, you got all 4.
1 minute mark.
Goodman in 1. The Goodman Real Estate boat with Tate.
Both Beacon boats still right next to each other.
Yep, and it looks like they'll be in 3 and 4. You've got Runny in lane number 2. Peabody in 3, and Kelly in 4. As they head up the backstretch with 37 seconds.
Now we'll see if those scoring up, and then the testing and in the qualifying, if they're going to hit those marks. 30 seconds.
So, lane number 1, Andrew Tate in the 91, Goodman Real Estate. Lane number 2 will be Dylan Runny in the 1, Miss Home Street. Corey Peabody in the 9, Beacon Plumbing.
15.
In lane number 3, J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. The 8 in lane number 4 as they come
10,
out
8,
of turn
7,
number 4.
6,
Buffalo Brothers
5,
on to the
4,
front stretch.
3, 2, 1, mark.
It is a clean start, and the speed is on the outside with J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric heading down to turn number 1 for All Doors Incorporated. It is a legal start. It is a legal start.
Coming down here 4 wide. J. Michael Kelly really flying the U8, the Beacon Electric. He's got the lead on the outside, but he's got a lot of speed off to his left.
4 boats right next to each other. It looks like the number 1 has the lead right now with Beacon Plumbing and Corey Peabody in second as they come around turn number 2.
Yeah, it is. Nice run by Peabody in first place, heading up the backstretch. The home street with Runny in second place. It'll be a shorter course for Runny. The question is, what will happen with Tate on the inside? Can he catch up as they dive into White's Finished Furniture, turn number 3, and come around to Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4? The leader is going to be the home street at the exit pin with Dylan Runny. Way on the outside, falling back a little bit off the pace is J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. Here comes your race across start finish. Peabody on the outside, gaining on Runny in the home street on the inside.
It is Runny on the inside. It is Peabody on the outside. And they are side by side as they get to the entrance pin in the corner. They are dead even. Runny on the inside of Corey Peabody, AJ.
Looks like Peabody's got a slight edge, but then...
Ooh, they touched.
Oh, whoa.
They touched.
Look at that. Peabody a slight edge on the outside as they touch on the corner.
They did touch in Tire Factory turn number 2. Peabody's going to pull ahead. Runny's falling back about a half a rooster tail. Goodman's trying to gain on the inside in the 91. The Goodman Real Estate boat with Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate had a terrific turn 4 to stay just inside the buoy marker. He was lost in everybody's rooster tail, but don't count him out. The big G on the inside is still a playa.
Yeah, your race leader is Peabody in the Beacon Plumbing coming across start finish line.
The U1 needs to run an extra lap.
So the home street needs to run an extra lap. We'll have more details on that. Also hearing the 9 might. Okay, more details coming up. Race leaders Peabody as they come into Tire Factory turn number 2.
The U9 and Peabody way out front, probably 3/4 of a rooster tail right now. Of course, the home street is back down a lap, and then coming in second place is the 8 teammate with the Beacon Electric and J. Michael Kelly.
Yeah, it looks like a parade right now with a rooster tail lead for each boat over the next behind them. In the lead is Peabody. Then you've got Runny, followed by J. Michael Kelly and Andrew Tate as they come to the top turns. White's Finished Furniture into Buffalo Brothers turn number 4 at the exit bin. The final lap, checkered flag is out. Peabody is going to take the checkered flag in the Beacon Plumbing. Second place on the race course is the 1 home street with Dylan Runny. Third place, look at this, J. Michael Kelly able to get around Andrew Tate in the Goodman Real Estate boat.
Well, that race had a little bit of everything.
Yes. And interesting to see what judges may do about lap number 2 and the boats that touched right over at Tire Factory turn number 2.
And the home street still going around turn 2.
Guys, you have said they touched. Who touched?
Oh, it was Peabody and Runny.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, we didn't know who had done that. So, but there's no precautionary extra lap for Corey Peabody. That is going to be for...
There is.
Well, he didn't take one.
No, it's going to be the 1 Runny with the extra lap.
Okay, yeah, because Corey's already back to the dock.
Right. You're right, Brad.
Extra precautionary lap, yes.
And from what we could see, it may have been Runny that moved out a little bit.
Well, clearly that's what I would think that's what the officials are thinking, and had there been any question about it, they would have had them both run the extra lap. So I think the fact that Corey was not told to run an extra lap is probably indicative of where they think a possible problem might have been. Corey Peabody, you've been racing.
Yeah, it was a hell of a heat, I'll tell you that right there. It was I thought those guys were early, the 2 Madison boats, but you know they're all right, but I mean, we had one hell of a heat. I'll tell you that. That's
fun
for the books. Dylan Runny drove a hell of a race. That was great. We got super close a couple times in this turn down here. What a good time.
Our guys called it that you hit. From your perspective, did you impact the home street or vice versa?
I don't think we actually hit. It was super close. I even radioed to my radio guy. I'm like, we're really close, you know, but I don't think we actually touched, but I mean, if we didn't, it was really close. But what a heat!
Well, that was the first thing I checked when I came down the dock. I was looking for a mark on the side of your boat. I didn't see one.
I didn't see one either. I didn't feel it. You know, what a run by Dylan. You know, all these guys. Damn.
And I know you can't hear it, but we've had this long wait to get this racing on the water today. The crowd up and down the shoreline was going nuts. They were screaming. It was awesome.
I mean, I'm glad we got to put on a good show. We knew this heat was going to be the one that people wanted to see. It's tough on us as racers, you know. You get to stack the best 4 boats together, but that's great for the fans, you know. So that's a great thing. What a heat! I can't stop saying it, you know. It's what a good time.
It was a great show for the fans. You did a terrific job. I want to see that about 5 more times. I don't know if you can handle it, but we're ready. It was great.
I enjoyed myself a lot. So we'll go to the tech truck, make sure it's legal. I mean, that's what it comes down to, always making sure you're legal. But what a really great heat.
And you had a lot of fun.
I had a blast, you know, what a good time. That's what racing's all about. So let's hope we get the 400 points, and we'll go from there.
Corey Peabody, our winner on the water of our Heat 1A.
Overly ready. Answer your question.
Jamie Nielsen in the 11, Trust Company, Legend Yacht Transport. Heading up the backstretch, the Griggs backstretch in lane number 1, up to White's Finished Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 3. And he's got a pretty darn near full throttle on it.
Here comes our 2 red boats. Griggs presents Miss Ace Hardware away from the dock with Jimmy King. Here comes his son. Coming with him, Bobby King, coming away from the dock now. He spools up the Lycoming turbine engine on the U12. The Graham Trucking got a whole lot of red headed your way. Got a whole lot of chartreuse and yellow up at the top end, Michael.
And across the Mosteller start-finish line on the front stretch is Nielsen in the 11.
Interesting.
Just
for
at the exit pit of turn number 4 of the flavor pack.
For the photo opportunity and for, documenting it, hydroplane racing history. The Kings, Pocket Kings coming out together. And I thought it was interesting that all of the boats were out on the course starting to shore up in one way, shape, or form at the 5-minute mark. Both the Kings didn't come out till there was under 4, more like about 3:30 on the clock. Gamesmanship or just, a different tack, I guess.
It's just a different tack, You don't want to use the same start procedure every single time. Mix it up. The other piece to that puzzle is if you have got a really slick move, don't play it in Heat 1B. Save that for tomorrow afternoon about 4:30.
Great point.
So down to the lower end of the race course, Dustin Eccles with the flavor pack. He goes through in about lane number 3 right in front of AJ.
No takers on the ESCO electric infield. Heat 1B thanks to Par Lumber on News Radio 610 KONA and 610KONA.com.
2:30 mark.
It's the piston-powered Griggs boat. Jimmy King across the Mosteller start-finish line.
I'm kind of pulling for the piston power. I got to be honest with you. I know I'm supposed to stay neutral, but I just want him to be competitive, stay in it, and have a good showing. I mean, the fans just absolutely love the piston power, the popularity, the populist.
So who's got the best position right now?
Oh, we've got a taker across the ESCO electric infield.
Everybody.
It's the it's the flavor pack, Dustin Eccles.
Yeah, and here goes Jamie Nielsen. And this is a legal maneuver where he's doing it. He has to cut on the Grand Prix race course. That is a legal maneuver. Who is in the best position right now? You can't tell because there's so many different variables and so many different things you can do, and a lot's going to change in the next 1:35. Is coming up right now. I always say you don't want to be down at this end of the race course at 1:30.
Nielsen jumps across the ESCO electric infield to the front stretch.
Oh, I don't know what he's going to do. I mean, we got less than 1:30.
Oh, the Griggs boat continues around the top end of the course.
Oh, there's no way they're going to make it back in time.
Minute 20. Yeah, he can.
He's taking it really wide. He can speed up. He can get there.
Keep an eye on Dustin Eccles with 1:12 right in front of you, AJ. He can sit in lane 1 and take it if he wants it.
Flavor pack is in lane 1 right now.
Keep an eye on the piston boat. He may cut the race course down here. He's got to go around the GP course to do it.
Here comes Nielsen. He's flying, trying to catch up.
And I'm not sure.
Why is Jimmy going all the way down?
Yeah, he is, but he does this before. He'll keep the speed up, and he keeps the RPM. He'll be there. Don't you worry. 45 seconds. Take him, Michael, up the back chute.
He's got his timing mark. He knows where he's at on the Columbia River in the Griggs boat with 39 seconds to the start of Heat 1B from Par Lumber. On the inside, you've got the flavor pack with Dustin Eccles. Nielsen in lane number 2.
30 seconds.
Bobby King in the Graham Trucking 12 is way on the outside, and he'll have to be behind the trailer boat as a rookie. Now you've got Jimmy King, who will pull up in lane number 3 in the Griggs Ace Hardware U3. They are up to the top end of the course and to Buffalo Brothers exit pit for turn number 4.
10.
Eccles, lane number 1. Nielsen in lane number 2. A hard charging, but way behind is the 3 with Jimmy King. He's way off the start.
Great start.
Ooh, that was really close for Jamie Nielsen. He's got the boat speed and the lead in Par Lumber Heat 1B. Heading down to turn number 1 for All Doors Incorporated. It is a legal start.
AJ coming right to you. Jamie Nielsen on the outside.
Jamie Nielsen in the U11 bouncing a little bit. Ooh, he just kind of popped over. Looks like that Eccles managed to catch up a little bit on corner number 2.
Tire Factory turn number 2. Eccles made a move in the flavor pack.
U3 is going back to the pit area.
It didn't sound right from the get-go, and I think that's maybe why Jimmy King moved way outside in the milling period. So the race leaders are at the top end of the course into White's Finish Furniture and Hardwoods turn number 3. On the inside, Eccles in the 40 flavor pack trying to catch up with Nielsen in lane number 2. A really nice turn by Nielsen, and look at the Legend Yacht Transport 11 come down the front stretch for the completion of lap number 1. He's flying it out of the water. Oh, trying to catch up on the inside. Can Dustin Eccles make a move in lap number 2? Yeah. He gets to All Doors Incorporated, turn number 1.
Legend Yacht Transport presented by the Trust Company. Jamie Nielsen's got to get down here first, but Flavor Pack has got the lead position on the inside. He's back about 7 boat lengths, AJ.
The U11 coming around the corner in first place. Nielsen looking great. Eccles still about 3/4 of a rooster tail behind, but trying to get up there, trying to catch up.
Yeah, that flavor pack seemed to lose more speed than Eccles did on the outside. So that inside lane can get awfully lumpy.
And when he nailed that start, all he did was continue to push, but he cannot shake the competition fully just yet.
Watch Eccles. He's been gaining on the Griggs backstretch as they go into the White's Furniture. Turn number 3 to Buffalo Brothers. Turn number 4. It's still Nielsen out in front, and that water is a little bit bumpy. Oh, major adjustment just to get around the exit pin of the Buffalo Brothers. Turn number 4 for the flavor pack boat. Nielsen with over a rooster tail lead now at the completion of lap number 2. Heading down the front stretch to All Doors Incorporated. Turn number 1.
Yeah, Dustin Eccles just moved to the outside. Jamie Nielsen was just pinning Dustin Eccles on that inside lane. He couldn't do anything, and now he's got almost 2 rooster tails. Nielsen right to AJ.
Nielsen in first by almost 2 rooster takes, looking amazing. He's going to definitely, as long as nothing happens, looks like he's sailing. Then we got, of course, Eccles screaming by in second, and then third place, Bobby King coming in as the trail boat.
Yeah, that's going to be big points, Dave, for the third place.
Absolutely, with the points.
So back up to the top end of the course, off of the Griggs backstretch into the White's Finish Furniture and Hardwoods, turn number 3. Jamie Nielsen on the 2.5-mile super speedway. Into Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4. Holding the buoy line pretty close as he gets to the exit pin onto the front stretch. The checkered flag is out. And your winner for Heat 1B, Par Lumber, Jamie Nielsen. Legend Yacht Transport presents the Trust Company. Second place for the flavor pack with Dustin Eccles in the 40. Bobby King staying way outside in the Graham Trucking number 12, just at the exit pin now, and onto the front stretch will take third place points. Unfortunately, for the fan favorite piston-powered U3 Griggs Ace Hardware, Jimmy King did not finish.
Mr. Nielsen, sir, you've been racing. That was fun.
Oh, that was a race for sure, man. That was everything we had to keep Dustin behind us. And, man, he drove a great race. Anytime you can beat a boat like that, you know we're doing something good. But, you know, this U11 Legend Yacht Transport presented by the Trust Company, this team's giving me a great boat. All the work they put in this weekend testing, I think it shows that we found a combination that can hang with these guys.
From my perspective, I've never been in one of these things, but from my perspective, you had him on the inside and you just pinned him in lane 1 legally.
The best I could legally. I mean, Dustin's a true gentleman racer, and I would expect nothing less from him, and I want to give him the same courtesy out there. So, especially first heat of the weekend, you don't want to build any enemies out there. So, Dustin's a great guy. It's a great race. Hope the fans enjoyed it just as much as we did, because I think we're both hanging out there just about as much as we could.
As we saw in the first heat, which was great competition, the fans up the beach were hooting and hollering. This was really, really good racing. And as far as pinning him on the inside lane, at the beginning of the third lap, he finally said, all right, I'm done. He moved outside. That had to feel good.
Oh, that was music to my ears to hear those words. But, man, what a great crowd today. Went down, visited all those fans down there in that Trust Company VIP tent. I could almost hear you out there. You guys were so loud. So, love being out here. Love Tri-Cities, and looking forward to the rest of the weekend.
Well, we're looking forward to watching you the rest of the weekend. And the boat, appears to all be in one piece, and isn't that a nice Saturday night for your club?
Oh, that's a relief for sure.
Go get some more water, relax, have a good evening, and do me one favor. Would you please come back and do this again tomorrow?
You got it, Brad. Thanks.
Jamie Nielsen.
Across the Esco Electric infield, it'll be the Goodman with Tate to the front stretch, and the Nielsen in the Legends Trust Company, Legend Yacht Transport.
Gamesmanship there as they're cutting the infield not so fast.
Yeah, that's really interesting, guys, because back east in Guntersville and in Madison, that's what Jamie Nielsen was doing. He was running up the backstretch, and then he was cutting across the race course and putting himself on that inside lane. This time, Andrews Tate said, no, thank you. I'm going to turn inside of you, and albeit early, as you hear the Griggs Presents Ace Hardware come away from the dock right below us, it is Andrew Tate down here on the inside. He's got Jamie outside of him. Here comes the 3.
3 minutes.
And coming down the front straightaway is Dustin Eccles in the flavor pack. And as I said this morning, I do expect Dustin Eccles to put the flavor pack in an outside lane.
Andrew Tate going by in the Gold G. Nielsen right behind, and here comes Mr. King in the Ace, Griggs Ace 3. Oh, the flavor pack coming by now, too. I still love the look of that boat. That is a beautiful boat.
2.5.
Jimmy King on the outside. He's putting the throttle down on that new Bullet. New engine, new Allison.
It sounds more like it should. Like you said, Mike, yesterday, you knew coming down the front stretch here that it just didn't sound right.
He moved way outside during the milling period, and it did not sound at all like it should.
That piston power, you can hear it in the corner. That's kind of why... Yeah, that's what we're expecting.
Look at, we've got another cross of the Esco Electric infield. This time it'll be the 40 flavor pack. Dustin Eccles onto the front stretch. Jimmy King a little bit close to Eccles as they come down the front stretch.
And like you said,
Pretty good squirt coming down here. He was on the far outside.
And Brad, you were saying 130, 135 is the mark. You do not want to be on the low end of the course at 135, right?
Yeah, 130. That's my little unofficial mark here. I don't like it's 130 right now, and he is at the entrance pin to the corner. Look to see if he doesn't put his foot in it and either give it a squirt and cut the race course or go way wide. Now he's going wide, trying to scruff off some time.
Way early on the backstretch for Jimmy King.
Jimmy King will cut the race course, I would assume. Here comes the 2 guys in good position, which is Andrew Tate sitting on an inside lane with Jamie Nielsen right outside of him.
But he has to mind the 1-minute rule, which he's just outside of as he comes across the Esco infield, Esco Electric.
That's a really good call, Michael. I would say that was a legal maneuver on the clock. Look for him to cut the course down here.
He dove in at 102 and came out at 58.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's okay. Look for him to cut the course down here at the lower end. He did not yesterday, and he ended up way behind everybody. There he goes. You got him, Michael, with 40 seconds.
Yeah, on the inside, Tate in the Goodman Real Estate. Oh, way up at the top end of the course. It's the flavor pack. I didn't even see Dustin Eccles way up there with 28 seconds. So Eccles will be in lane 1. Goodman Real Estate lane 2. It'll be Legends Yacht Transport Trust Company in lane 3. Jimmy King will be in the outside in lane number 4.
15.
Eccles gets the inside lane. He's early. He will not have a lot of boat speed coming down the front stretch. Nielsen's in 3, Goodman Real Estate in lane 2, Jimmy King on the outside in lane number 4.
3, 2, 1, mark.
Man, that looked early. Nielsen looked like he may have been early.
He was a little
As they come
early.
down the front stretch, Jamie Nielsen is going to be leading into turn number 1 for all doors. The start is under review.
Coming to you, A.J. Nielsen on the outside.
Nielsen's in the lead, but we still got to see the start. Now coming up in second and
It's a legal start.
It's legal.
It's legal. We have the flavor pack in number 2, and then looks like Andrew Tate just inching after corner 2 to take second place.
Yeah, that race is for second place. My goodness, what fun.
He nailed that start.
Jamie Nielsen, it looked early from here. Wow. Heat 2A from CO Energy. Now the boats on the outside are starting to catch Nielsen.
We got us 3 boats coming deck to deck around the corner, Mike.
Boats on the inside, excuse me. Nielsen's on the outside. Yeah, exit pin at Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4. We've got 3 boats together. There's Jimmy Trucking, we can see way on the outside. Nielsen, he's got great speed off the exit pin, down to the Mosteller start-finish line, down to all doors, turn number 1.
Andrew Tate is making a move on the inside. The Tater is going to pull up alongside Nielsen. He's a boat length back with the lead position on the inside. AJ 3 wide.
Coming into corner 2, Nielsen barely holding on to the lead with Tate coming in right in second. And then, of course, the Flavor Pack in third. Mr. King coming in fourth, but making a run on the outside.
The boats are so close together. This is the best racing we've seen on the Columbia River. Jamie Nielsen with the lead. Andrew Tate is in second place. Falling back, Eccles. And it may be Jimmy King that will take over third place on the outside from Eccles. They are really close out there as we get to the top end of the course. It's Tate on the inside and the Goodman Real Estate. Nielsen, Legend Yacht Transport, and Trust Company on the outside. As they get to the exit pit, they are deck to deck. Nielsen is going to start to pull away a little bit. No, it's going to be Tate. Tate with the boat speed to the Mosteller start-finish line, the completion of lap number 2.
Tate put his foot in the gas, coming down to you, Brad.
Yeah, they are coming down still side by side, about a boat length or 2 between them. But this time it's Tate by 2 boat lengths at the exit pit. Keep an eye on Jimmy King driving a 3 hard on the outside.
Andrew Tate coming around in first place and second. Nielsen right behind him coming in strong. And Mr. King coming in third on the outside. Flavor Pack coming in fourth. Looking good, but lost some speed in turn 2.
Nielsen's going to have a tough time regaining the lead because Tate has run away with it at the exit pin of turn number 4 at the end of lap number 2. Coming out of that Buffalo Brothers turn into the White's Finished Furniture and Hardware's turn 3. Tate in the Goodman Real Estate 91 to the exit pin of turn number 4 for Buffalo Brothers onto the front stretch. He's got a half a rooster tail, now a full rooster tail lead over Jamie Nielsen.
And it seems like there's a lot of rough water in lane 1. Everybody's popping outside to try to get a smoother boat ride.
Your winner, Andrew Tate. Wow. In the 91 Goodman Real Estate.
Did you see that one coming?
Jamie Nielsen comes in second. Jimmy King will finish third, and Dustin Eccles a 4th place finish in the Flavor Pack.
Wow.
I'm doing real good. How are you doing? You got it out front, but that Nielsen kid's for real.
Yeah, he had a good start on the outside with some boat speed there. He did a great job too. 2 lanes in there, just enough, and it was a fun race. I had a good time.
You got a in it? Is that what we're hearing from you today?
Something like that. We've changed something every time we've gone out, but that was the best the U91 Goodman Real Estate's felt here probably since we started making some real progress in Gunnersville. So we're trending in the right direction, and that's all we can ask for. You know, we like I said, we're changing something every time we get in the boat, and that was the best so far. So we're doing something right.
You're doing a lot right. We've been watching the flag up there on top of the bridge. Water conditions and the wind. Is it okay? Raceable?
Yeah, honestly, it was better than a couple laps into testing, which was surprising to me. But I don't know. Maybe you just get lost in the competitiveness of racing. You don't just go as fast as the boat will take you and look at the water in front of you, and whatever's waiting for you is there.
You having a good time?
I'm having a good time. I'm having fun. It's a good start to the day.
Keep it going. And
Peabody problem, like Brad said earlier. Third place moving in right after that is, of course, the U1 with Dylan Runny. And it was a home street. What a great day for racing. It seems like the wind has died down a little bit, too. So
Agreed.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but if Bobby King comes through and
Esco Electric
this,
incursion into the infield. Sorry, Kurt, but the Beacon Electric making a short course around with J. Michael Kelly to the front stretch.
I want to make sure I got this straight. If Bobby King completes this heat, then it'll be the official's call whether or not he can come back from a trailer boat in subsequent races over the course of the weekend. Is that right?
that is correct, and he is away from the dock. He's headed over to AJ right now as we are 3 minutes and 20 seconds.
Corey Peabody in the Beacon Plumbing also went through the Esco Electric infield. As the home street with Dylan Runny comes across the Mosteller start-finish line now. J. Michael Kelly, Tire Factory turn number 2. Then you've got the 12, Graham Trucking at Tire Factory turn 2 now.
It's just so interesting that Jamie Nielsen, amazing start, all for naught.
You wonder where that may have occurred, you know, where the timing was.
Right. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure the data will point that out, and I'm sure
No
they'll
doubt.
take a look at it. For
Yeah,
sure.
they know.
Yeah.
Reminding our fans on the shoreline here that when our boats come out of the pit area, they do not know what lane they will be driving this heat in. That is part of the allure of the 5-minute period, the race before the race. These guys are out there trying to out-finagle the other one, if you will, for their predetermined in their mind lane they would like to have, but they are not assigned. They are still jockeying for that position as we come up on 210. I would expect everybody to go around the top end of the race course, then come down here to the bottom and around one more time. I'm not sure we're going to see anybody cut the race course from where they are right now.
2 minutes. The only boat that knows where he will be on the race course is the 12 on the outside. For now, Graham Trucking with Bobby King. Setting up on the inside will be the Beacon Electric, Beacon Plumbing in 2, Home Street in 3 as they come on what is a great photo opportunity down the front stretch.
That's
This is a nice strategy, I think. You've got those 3 boats basically banking on the timing.
Minute 30.
If they hit the line all at the same time, that could be some sweet deck-to-deck action into turn 1.
Looks like J. Michael Kelly's going to hold on to lane 1. Corey Peabody in 2. Dylan Runny in 3. On the outside will be Graham Trucking. 5 seconds back with Bobby King.
And I like the timing a whole lot better this time. They're headed over to AJ with 110. 110 till our start. AJ?
They are looking good, lining up. J. Michael Kelly, that's got to be scary for everybody having J. Michael Kelly in the first lane, actually, to tell you the truth. Then it looks like it's funny. Bobby King, even though he's on the outside, almost moved into second, but he's way out on the outside lane. And then, of course, you got Peabody, and then the home street and Dylan Runny.
How does Bobby King know to be 5 seconds behind? Is it the classic one Mississippi? You know, like you used to in touch football if you were to rush a quarterback?
You set your watch that way.
Okay.
That's a good point, Brett.
Yeah, you set your watch
the
5 minutes slow, or 5 seconds slow.
Okay.
And that way you still know your timing marks.
Right.
When you do get to
So you
dial
can-
it up and be on the front line.
So you can still work on that timing mark, just knowing that it's set 5 seconds. That's cool.
Setting up J. Michael Kelly in the 8 Beacon Electric in lane number 1.
20 seconds.
Lane number 2, Corey Peabody in the 9 Beacon Plumbing. It'll be Dylan Runny in the 1 Home Street in lane number 3. On the outside, 5 seconds back, Bobby King in the 12 Graham Trucking. 4, 3, 2, 1. It is a clean start. The boat speed's on the outside with the Home Street as they come down the front stretch.
Boy, they are coming together. 3 wide getting down here, fly on the right side spots. And is J. Michael Kelly going to get down here dead even with teammate Corey Peabody? But Runny's only a boat length back, AJ.
It looks like J. Michael Kelly's holding the lead in turn 2, but Peabody just takes the lead coming through turn 2, and then the home street tight in behind, but still at third coming up.
Look at that turn number 2 for Tire Factory. Corey Peabody taking the lead away from the inside boat, J. Michael Kelly. Coming down the back stretch. It's the Peabody entry in second lane, and he'll dive into White's Finish Furniture Hardwood's turn number 3 with the lead. But on the inside, J. Michael Kelly has the short course around. To the exit pin of Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. It's still Peabody with the lead. Peeking on the outside now. That was a really nice turn at the top end of the course for the home street. Falling back in lane number 1 just a bit is J. Michael Kelly in the Beacon Electric. Peabody has the lead. This is going to be a tight one into All Doors turn number 1.
Corey Peabody's still going to get here with almost the full rooster tail on Runny, but his teammate J. Michael Kelly is on the inside lane about 5 boat lengths back, AJ.
Looking really good. Peabody in first and keeping J. Michael Kelly pinned to the inside of Tire Factory turn number 2. The home street and Runny coming in probably almost 1 full rooster length behind in third place. And then, of course, Bobby King coming in 5 seconds behind in fourth.
Watch J. Michael Kelly.
He got pinched a little bit in turn 4 on the last lap.
J. Michael Kelly gaining on Peabody as they dive into White's Finish Furniture turn number 3. Trying to pull even at the apex into the Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. But it's still Peabody with great momentum. Oh, a big hop out of the water that time for the Beacon Electric with J. Michael Kelly hitting a little rough water at the exit pin of Buffalo Brothers turn number 4. It's Peabody with the lead by a half a rooster tail as they head down for the final lap.
Yeah, on the left side rear view mirror of Corey Peabody, his teammate J. Michael Kelly, who does not want to go away. He's still back by only about 5 boat lengths. If there's a mistake on Peabody, Kelly's going to be there to advance. AJ.
Bouncing and bobbing through corner number 2. The Tire Factory turned to corner number 2. Peabody in first place. J. Michael Kelly trying to catch up, coming in behind, and the home street and running in third.
It's a final opportunity on the inside for J. Michael Kelly, trying to reel in his teammate Corey Peabody. It's electric on the inside, plumbing on the outside. As they head into White's Furniture, turn number 3. Can J. Michael Kelly reel him in? At the apex, it looks pretty close as they get to Buffalo Brothers, turn number 4. It's still Peabody in the lead, and a little bit of rough water and a bobble for the Beacon Electric with J. Michael Kelly. Peabody's holding on to the lead onto the front stretch, and he will take the checkered flag for CO Energy, Heat 2B. Second place will be the Beacon Electric with J. Michael Kelly, and a third place finish for the one Home Street with Dylan Runny. Great racing. Lane number 2 gets the win.
The freaking